Despite having the lowest urbanization in the world, the urbanization growth rate in Africa is still the most rapid. In Kenya, for instance, out of the more than 34% of Kenya's urban dwellers, about 71% of them reside in informal settlements. Therefore, it is clear that if the urbanization process is not handled wisely, it could further enhance the problems witnessed in much of the developing countries. To delve deeper into this issue, we went out to different urban settlements in Nairobi and engaged residents and stakeholders under 4 areas of research, namely urban land, shelter provision, air pollution, and spatial justice. To begin with, the first area of research was urban land, where the objective was to highlight the population's capacity for land ownership and access to basic amenities such as water, food, sanitation, public transport, healthcare and electricity in relation to their zonal habitation in the urban setting.
Right now we have like 5 maps, which are all genuine, and there are people who claim they own Mathare privately. And the community themselves still contribute and say this land is government land.
Huku tujitangi landlord, structure owner, mchanga si yako. Sasa zile mimi na own ni zile hadhani kama ni kwa market ama inafaa itengenezewe hosi, ni kitu tu ya gava. Time wakisema wanataka kuleta infrastructure ama services na move.
Beyond the challenge of ownership of tenure stems another problem: access to services and amenities.
Some homes have their own private toilets, and we have individuals who have built their toilets along the river, and you know what that means. When we talk of electricity, it's funny in the sense that we were the beneficiary of 1,000-mile electrification of all slums.
Kwanza tuko tumefurahishwa sana tunaletewa stima za tokens, ndio watu watakubeba stima, lakini huku go through we see what happened. Hizi stima tunatoa kwa pole, kuna wale watu ma big fish wa stima unamdunga 3 so.
Which brings us to the next topic: shelter provision. The aim here was to delve deeper into the affordability of housing, the different types of shelter in the urban spaces, and how they are growing in meeting urbanization needs.
Unajua hapa vitu ni cheapest. Wezi enda kujekelea huko useme utaenda kwa nyumba ya ngiri 10 na mapato yako haijafika hapo.
In an ideal situation, you would want to stay in a house big enough to allow you the privacy you need from your children. Otherwise, the arrangement is so open that when the children are around, you can't do anything about you and your wife.
Juzi hapa hivi kumekuwa na vita ya mzee na mama. Imalisangi hata siku 2 bila kusikia vita mahali fulani hivi. So kama wangu wamezoea hata kutoka wakiwa wandogo. Mabati yenyewe inajitangaza.
Hizi nyumba za mabati waizi wanakatanga tu mabati yanaingia. Kuna security kwa pale na wewe huko usiku umeacha watoto wako. Unapata jirani ni mlevi, amewasha candle, ajali. Sasa moto ikitokea inawa affect nyinyi wote na inatoka kwa mtu mmoja.
Wezi maliza 6 months kama kujachomeka. So vitu zangu zile za maana mwa nimezisafirisha kwa sister yangu. Siwezi risk kuweka hapa.
Because even the access of the road access to the community, sometimes you find the population have built. So before the fire engine comes, people try to put up the fire as a community.
The third issue we looked at was air pollution, where the objective was to showcase the effects of urbanization on the quality of air and the provision of green public spaces in urban areas.
Kwa wale ambao wanafanya pale, hawezi taka kusikia hilo neno likiguziwa kuhusu mazingira. Lakini kwa upande yetu tunaona kuna hatari fulani kulingana na afya.
Mimi nachemba hizi gari hizi za takataka. Na hizo gari natonga vitu kama plastic, vitu kama chakula za nguruwe. Si hapo sasa umeona wenyewe hapo unaweza fanya maendeleo kuja juu wenyewe sasa nani anaweza kupea kazi ya 500 kila siku? Kunaye kweli?
Ile moshi kwa kweli inatuumiza. Kitu cha kwanza nilikuja nikapata TB nikiwa huko. Nikarudi tena ikaja tena ikanirudia. Nikaona hapana, yani climate yangu na pale haisikizani. Hivyo wakati daktari aliponielezea mambo ya moshi nikaona hata kukaa pale ndio kazi ni mzuri, lakini nikaona kuzidi kukaa pale hakuna wakati, mwisho itakuwa ni kifo. Ndio nikaja nikaona afadhali niwache.
Hapa mahali tuko ugonjwa ni mingi, unajua vile hii hewa unapumua hii sio hewa safi.
We usually get a lot of dust. Tinga ililima na tulikuwa na watoto na vumbi yote tulikunywa. Sasa ni venye tu hatuna otherwise.
And finally, the last topic we addressed was spatial justice, where the goal was to highlight the realities of people in regards to having rights to the city's resources and services by comparing and contrasting these across different urban spheres.
Wale watu nimegrow nao, wengine walitoka mtaa, wengine waliingilia drugs kwa sababu wamesoma, hakuna job. Wale nilikuwa napenda kama madem wakapata ball, wengine wakatoa wakakufa.
I don't know whether the government does enough. I think they don't have the political will to completely change the situation. These people actually, if you ask them, I'm sure they're not really happy living like that.
We pay our taxes, so I don't see the reason why we should be denied what other Kenyans are enjoying in the former estates just because we are in the settlements. Every Kenyan should have access to water, electricity, and the drainage, and even school and education and health.
So I think it's an injustice because we have a very big percentage of people within the city, which is about 70%, who are relegated to that kind of a life.
Life in a slum, it's not very easy, though it's sometimes easy. When we come to maybe commodities, they are cheaper, but not substantial, which is not very fine for me. I would love to be in a very better place than this.
As an urban resident, my take in navigating through the city in regard to traffic would be summed up into one word: very hectic. The congestion on the road in regard to other vehicles, there's the traffic in regard to pedestrians, traffic in regard to cyclists.
And with that, you've heard about the existing issues on the ground in relation to urbanization. But where there's a problem, there's always a solution nearby. So, what can be done about some of these challenges?
Okay, ile kazi yetu kufanya tukirestore Nairobi River, tu pick hizi plastic bottles, atizo tutakuziweka kando, na pia tunazichukua hizi karatasi za maziwa za 500 ml. Hizo ndo tunatumia nazo kupot seedlings zetu. Aim yetu pia ni kuplant more bamboo trees, zile zina absorb more carbon dioxide than other trees na release more oxygen. Tunataka yenyewe hewa yetu ikuwe safi.
So we'll clear garbage, plant trees and plant flowers, paint the wall around to reclaim the dignity of our lives with beauty, yeah? With color, with trees.
Sasa hewa hapa ni safi, breeze ni safi, hata kuja hapo utapata mtu amekaa hapa hivi ako na laptop yake ama simu yake, of which sasa security ni tight.
To improve the situation on our roads, I think we need a lot of education in regard to traffic rules, in regard to giving others way, understanding the fact that as a society we are growing.
Tenure is very important if anyone is to improve their housing, because you see, you have a sense of belonging in that place. And when something belongs to you, you can invest in it and make the situation better.
Once we are legalized to own the land, we can do our own upgrading. What the government need to do is to just come and regularize so that people don't do illegal extensions.
Kuna wakati nisikia kuna wazungu walikuwa wamejitolea kuleta mashini huko ya kusiaga zile takataka, zikija zinasiagwa, zinapakiwa zikiwa ni mbolea. Hii inaweza kuwa ni faida kwa wale watu wanafanya kazi kule, na pia itakuwa ni faida kwetu kama community.
The government through the presidency has responded to the shelter and housing gap through affordable housing by formulating Agenda 4 as part of the Big Four agenda to implement the provision of Article 43 of Chapter 4 of the Constitution.
I've done 822 houses in Kibera, okay? I've provided mortgages at 3%, 25 years. For a 600,000 house, it is 2,500 shillings a month. For a 1 million house, yeah, it is 4,500. For 1.5 million house, 3-roomed house in Kibera, today, I'm not talking about some story or presentation, we are giving out mortgages, okay, at 6,500 shillings a month.
Every citizen deserves to live a dignified life that guarantees access to basic needs, provision of a decent shelter over their heads and their families being key to this. Our National Treasury, in consultation with other key stakeholders, is developing a credit guarantee scheme. Once operational, it will support a large proportion of credit-worthy potential borrowers that are currently not able to access loans because they do not have a formal salary.
Kwa hivyo kama tutapatizwa affordable house, hizo nyumba za bei nafuu, lakini walipisha kama 3,000 itakuwa ni vyema sana. Halafu kuwe na manjia bora za kupita huko katikati ya mtaa, itakuwa ni vyema.